Okay, in this video I'm going to show you a couple of new tools to help make connections between different pieces of cardboard. And so the first one I'm going to show you is the hole puncher. This is a heavy-duty hole puncher. It looks just like a regular one, but maybe just a little bit more well built. And it's got a lock on it so that the jaw mechanism can be locked in place. And it works just like a regular hole puncher. You just put your material in between, punch down, and make a hole. Alright, and the great thing is you can do it with other pieces of other types of material as well, like for example a popsicle stick. Without a lot of pressure, you punch a hole, and now you can use these holes, for example, for things like brass brads, or if you wanted to put in a string or something to tie them together, you can do that. The other pieces of material I'm going to show you today will take that even one step further. So the first one is Mr. McGroovy's box rivets, and I'll show you a close-up picture of these. There are two different kinds. There's the small ones and the large ones, and the way they work is they just snap into each other. So for example, if I were to take these two pieces of cardboard and I can line up the holes this way, and I just take the rivet and push it through one end, and then on the back side I'll see that the rivet's coming through, and I'll snap the other rivet into place. And you'll see these when you get close up on them, that there's only really one way to work them. They can only go in one way, and then once you do that they snap into place, and now you have your rivets in place. And they don't come apart quite as easily as, for example, the make-dos that we saw in the other video, but they can come apart. Just takes a little bit of prying that you have to do to get them separated. Okay, so this next tool is called a KAM Snap, and it works just like a regular snap, where you might have a need to put two pieces together temporarily that you'd want to take apart later. And these are composed of some different pieces, so I'm going to show you those now. I'll bring up a diagram that'll show you the four parts that you need. Two of them are caps. They look like little tacks actually, but they're the cap ends, and they get connected to both a socket and a stud. And so the way this works is that you have your cardboard material, and it could be felt or it could be cardstock or any other thin material, and that goes in between a cap and a stud, or in between a cap and a socket. And here's this tool here called a crimper, and the way the crimper works is the cap goes on the end here, and then the material comes in, and then either the stud or the socket goes on top, and then you just use the crimper to push the ends together, and it actually smashes the plastic so that the cap and the stud, or the cap and the socket, actually get permanently placed together. So these don't come apart. Once they're crimped, they're done. And when you're ready, you can take them, and when you have both sides, you can snap them together. So that's a KAM Snap.